Hey everybody, I'm back. Alright, so... I'm not sure my primary army will be able to get there in time. See, Gesherma looks the same as before, but far more weary. So it is true, the commander has returned from the dead. We've heard all manner of rumors, but we did not know what to believe. So I came here myself to be sure it's true and not yet another trick of the demons. What's the news from Wintersun? I thought time would heal Wintersun, but it hasn't been easy. People gradually returned to their lives, but the mere sight of their homeland brought back memories of the atrocities. This is why, when the demons returned, we didn't fight the way we should have. What will you do now? You will leave in search of a better life. The place we called home all these centuries no longer accepts us. There are too many ghosts here, too many memories. I do not know where we'll go, but I will pray to the spirits that the new place will accept us. Farewell, Gizmera. Farewell, Commander. May the spirits watch over you. I hope our paths will cross again someday. Anything else? A renowned artisan who forges enchanted weapons has come to the commander bearing two gifts. One blade is old and rusty, the other radiates heavenly light and is incredibly sharp. The artisan is offering the commander the choice of whichever sword fits him. Provides old rusty sword. Use the radiant sword. All units gain the enchanted weapons feat for 60 days. Provides sword made by Nenio. I feel like this is some kind of trick where the rusty sword turns out to be better than the radiant sword. I'm curious to see what Nenio comes up with. Did you know this rusty sword holds a divine blessing that the artisan has obviously been trying to surpass his whole life in vain? I wonder what happens if we melted both blades together to make a single one. Following Nenio's advice, the commander's loyal craftsman reforged the two swords into one. The upset blacksmith left Dresden, cursing that damned airhead. So what did I get from that? Brilliant Energy Magical Beast Bane Longsword +5. Brilliant Energy Weapon ignores non-living matter, armor and shield bonuses to AC, including any enhancement bonuses to that armor, do not count against it because the weapon passes through armor. Dexterity, deflection, dodge, natural armor, and other such bonuses still apply. A Brilliant Energy Weapon cannot harm undead, constructs, or objects. Magical Beast Bane. A Bane weapon excels against certain foes. Against a designated foe, the weapon's enhancement bonus is +2 better than its actual bonus. It also deals an extra 2d6 points of damage against such foes. Let's see, she's the only one who uses longswords. How does that compare? I'm not sure that's that much better. Oh yeah, this was the sword that, Orgus Worm had. Let's see, whenever the wearer of this +5 Evil Outsider Bane Rapier lands a first hit against a new enemy, the enemy must pass a will saving throw, DC 31, or become paralyzed for 2 rounds. On a successful save, the enemy becomes staggered for 1 round instead. How does that compare to Finian? Yeah, I'm not sure if that's really better. I mean, it's better by 2 points of damage, but... Boots of Free Strain. These boots grant their wearer +10 bonus to base speed and the constant freedom of movement spell effect. Yeah, she could probably use the help. Well, she doesn't have an animal companion, but she could still benefit from the +10 to lore nature. What's this? Whenever the wearer of this amulet lands a killing blow, she gains one of the following stacking bonuses that last until the next rest. +10 temporary hit points to a maximum of 50, +1 bonus to AC to a maximum of 5, +1 bonus on fortitude saving throws to a maximum of 10, +1 bonus on will saving throws to a maximum of 5. Ah, Commander, good day to you and all that. I'm Tina from the next door theater, remember me? So here's the score. We finished rehearsing and are ready to stage the world premiere of our play about your exploits. Grandma sent me to invite you. We're ready to get started, so will you come? Great, let's leave now. This ought to be good. Ladies and gentlemen, the day has come that every participant in the crusade has awaited with bated breath. The day when we, the Next Door Theater, finally present to you our newest production. Hurrah! Theater! I wonder if I comment on everything that happens, will people decide I'm an impolite dragon? Fine, I'll behave. Greybor casts a long, thoughtful look at Ember, the elf's joys reflected on the dwarf's stern face by a slight smile. The massive prop catapult behind Grandma creaks loudly and somewhat ominously in time with her words. At least you hope it's a prop. Today we return to the recent past, to one of the first victories won by the Commander. Our show is dedicated to these grandiose, incredible, mind-blowing, exciting, large-scale, grand, and legendary events many of you probably witnessed firsthand. As the director and playwright, I feel humbled and honored to... Captivated by her own speech, Grandma brandishes her ladle with wild enthusiasm and accidentally touches, but only lightly, one of the catapult's levers. You hear a theatrically loud whisper from the ranks of the actors. Does anyone remember what we used to load that catapult? I have a better question. What did the projectile hit? I see something that resembles a plume of smoke, in the place similar to the one where we left the crates our props are in. I put my cherry pie in the catapult bucket to have a secret snack during the performance, and now it flew away. Stop panicking. The show must go on even if we are left without our costumes and props. If something does not go according to plan, improvise. Nothing more than a few fireworks to celebrate our premiere, and now we shall begin. In the 4715th in the area near Dresden, a figure appears in front of the army awaiting his orders. It is their leader, Knight Commander Reynard. It doesn't take too much attention to recognize the awkward figure of Rubbledum the gnome standing on the shoulders of his twin brother Hierophant. Finally, the day has come. Hurry, stop moving, I'm going to fall. You won't fall, I've covered my shoulder pads with a strong magic glue, so your boots should be securely attached. Go on with your speech, or we'll never get to the exciting part. Mine. You put glue on what? Brother, we were supposed to change places during the performance, but how can I climb off your shoulders now? Not a problem whatsoever. You take off your boots, I take off my shoulder pads, then we switch. Voila. Only, well, I can't take off my boots. My laces kept coming untied, so I fixed them with that same glue. You know, just to be careful. Now you'll need a hacksaw and about an hour to get these boots off me, and we're in the middle of the show. I've only learned half the lines for this part. What are we gonna do? I really need that glue. There are so many things I need to glue together. Rubbledum, improvise. Invent something for the half of the part Hierophant was supposed to play. Easy. I've always dreamed of becoming a playwright. Next up is the Commander's inspiring speech before his army. My fellow Crusaders, listen carefully, for I'll give you a few tactical tips. Tip number 1, get a running start so you can jump really high. Tip number 2, if you jump really high, you will be able to ride any demon flying over you. Tip number 3, if you can't ride a demon, it means there are no flying demons above you, and that means they have already been defeated. Well, either that or you were trying to jump indoors and hit your head on the ceiling. You're the one talking nonsense, and yet somehow I'm the one who feels ashamed. We're twins, dummy. Our reputation is shared because when one of us talks nonsense, observers can't tell which of us is doing it, so they blame both of us. Then, with his army properly inspired, the commander explains the details of his grand strategic plan. As we all know, the commander planned to launch himself from a catapult and break through the enemy's fortifications from the air. And this is exactly what happened. However, just as the commander was planning to take his place in the bucket before launch, the demons set in motion their terrifyingly cunning plan. They cast an illusion that made everyone think the commander was just standing there, as if he was neither flying through the air nor cutting down hordes of enemies. And now that all of you have witnessed the most spectacular, dramatic, and impressive culmination of our play, let us return to reality for a moment to welcome the person whom we are all gathered here to celebrate, the Commander. After all, this was one of his earliest adventures. So what do you say, Commander? Did you like our show? I had so much fun. Of course, sure. Believe it or not, Commander, but every true comedian knows their calling is to provoke laughter and smiles, not necessarily on stage. And it need not be a successful, professional, and perfectly organized performance. Sometimes our art exceeds the limitations of the stage. And now, unfortunately, the time has come to say goodbye. We were with you almost from the first day, but now that the show is over, and the next door theater troupe has other places to be and other plays to perform. Huh. Oh, is that them? See, greetings to you and your court. Our names are last verse of Spring Song and first verse of Summer Song, or simply Spring Song and Summer Song, or simply the Chuckling Twins. We are adventurers and, as the mortals would say, itinerant traders. Really, we just like to collect beautiful and magical things, and we part with them when something new catches our eye. We heard about you from our brothers and sisters in Elysium and decided we should visit. I would like to see your beautiful and magical things. Hmm. Not a whole lot there.
Beautiful!
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to go to eyes now. Maybe I'll go to Bladesmith Workshop first, see what I can do for Finian. There we go.
Nenio, have you ever tested to see how many times you can change into a kitsune and back in an hour? What do you say we have ourselves a little experiment once we're back in Dresden?
That would be interesting. But this time you'll have to sit still and keep count. After my research into the consumption of rotten apples, some of the people tried to blame me for their coin purses going missing while they were watching the experiment.
Hmm. Yeah, I can just remove that from them once we get to eyes.
Can we rest now? No? How about now?
Smagritium Turinos.
Is the erstwhile heart of Sarkoris, until it was cleaved in twain. A dead city turned death trap. One who enters may never leave.
Lady Arilu, the World Wound, your grand experiment is about to come to an end. And although I find myself drawn into the fight against it, on behalf of the entire scientific community of Galarion, I salute you for your sheer audacity.
I am interested in neither praise nor reproach, not from you or from Galarion as a whole. Everything I've done for a single, deeply personal purpose. Keep your adulation to yourself. I won't comment on it further.
Recognize this?
Yes, I recognize it. It's Mother Vulture's creation. How did you come to possess it? Then again, I shouldn't be surprised. Your special fate draws such items into your path.
You tried to heal yourself, but even the creation of the goddess failed to help you.
I suppose I should be proud. The wound which I sought to heal was my own creation. And it was beyond even the powers of beings like Mother Vulture to cure.
Why did you turn to Mother Vulture for help?
Oh, I turned to many others. Mother Vulture is a force to be reckoned with, but she was only one name on a long list. However, no one was able to help me, so I was obliged to search for the cure myself.
Why did Mother Vulture fail to help you?
This affliction is unique, just like the world wound itself. I doubt even Mother Vulture has ever seen anything like it before. Or perhaps the answer is simpler. Perhaps she just lacked power.
This cloak responds to my mythic power.
Perhaps it soaked up a portion of the world wound's energies while it burned on my shoulders. Now it can sense your power and respond to it. An intriguing observation.
I have received answers to all of my questions.
And I received a dose of nostalgia for days long past. Most diverting.
I have a lot of questions for you.
I wish I could answer them now, but I cannot. Your time is running out. Anamora is about to turn the Temple of Stone manuscripts to dust. If she does not, the one now approaching from the Abyss will. Soon this city may be gone altogether, along with all that it contains.
What do you want from me now?
I am here to give you a warning. Listen closely. Descari knows of your arrival. This entire city is a trap he's set for you. The reckless queen was lured here, and I imagine she is rushing headlong toward her own destruction as we speak. Many of your allies are here, and their camp is about to be attacked. The very same camp at which the reckless queen left your banner. The Sword of Valor. The city is also home to the Temple of Stone Manuscripts, one of the few surviving arcane libraries in Sarkoris. Some of my research is held there on Descari's orders, and the Locust Lord's minions are laying waste to it at this very moment. Turn back and you'll lose everything. But if you charge forward, you'll be heading into an ambush. He will let you pass deeper into the city, and then all will descend into chaos. Iz has rotted away. It is steeped in abyssal emanations. Once Descari breaks through, the consequences will be horrific. Choose then what is more valuable to you, and what you wish to save in time. Your allies and the banner, the Queen, or knowledge itself. Knowledge. It's time. I know this won't be our last meeting, so I will not bid you farewell.
Let's see what we can do.
How long does Death Ward last? 1 minute per level. Bull Run. Commander, is that you? It's some evil sorcery, not an illusion, not a trick. Really is you. But how is this possible? It's been half a year since you perished in the Abyss. My journey back from the Abyss took longer than I had anticipated, but I have returned. And praise Iomade you have. I'll be straight with you, things have really gone downhill without you. This whole Eyes expedition. I wouldn't dare question Her Majesty's orders, but these rotten ruins just scream trap to me. Huh, it wouldn't be the first trap we've stumbled into, but none have yet been strong enough to hold us. Where are you headed? Our scouts have located a demon lair nearby, a whole unit. Her Majesty has sent us to deliver a preemptive strike. We kill them now, before they get the chance to hit us from the rear. Where's Queen Galfrey? There is meant to be a library around here somewhere. The demons have repurposed it for their own needs and hauled their unholy books in there. Her Majesty set out for the library, but for what purpose, it's not my place to know. I have faith in Her Majesty's victory, and yet, you should make haste to join her. It's sure to be a grim battle, and she could use the reinforcements. Unfortunately, I was ordered to clear a demon lair nearby, but you're not bound by orders. You could help her. Where's the Sword of Valor? Right where a banner should be, flying over our camp. Do you know anything about what became of Irabeth Tirabade? Tirabade? She's here, with the army, and in Her Majesty's personal elite squad to boot. The Queen's right hand, in short. Quite the career the lass has made for herself. I have to hand it to her. She's a fine fighter and her faith is strong, but I think... But then again, it doesn't matter what I think. If you're looking for Tirabade, you'll find her at the Queen's side. We'll leave it at that. Enemy forces are approaching. They'll commence the attack at any minute. What? Thank you for the warning. You all heard that. We're heading back to the camp. Now! So I can get directly there from where I am.
I shall not be swayed from my path. I sense something. Let's prove their logic is lacking.
This is my kind of work.
Hey, the cavalry sculptors. See them from a distance, the gleaming blades and armor shining bright against the ravaged ruins, their clipped strides betraying both pride and tension.
Everything is prepared for the attack, Your Majesty.
Good. Because of the information gathered from the Lexicon of Paradox, we now know that Iz holds a priceless treasure, our enemy's knowledge. We must seize it. Close ranks and be on your guard. There is no telling what awaits us inside the Temple of Manuscripts.
Wait! Galfrey turns towards your voice. One after another, emotions pass over her clear, stern features. Astonishment, disbelief, guilt, and hope.
It can't be! It's the commander!
That's right. It is the Commander. There is much we need to discuss, Commander, but it will have to wait. We are preparing for an attack. I hope you will join us in battle.
Where are you headed?
Before us is the Temple of Stone Manuscripts. I learned about it from the Lexicon of Paradox you brought. It is where the demons keep their knowledge, including Aurilu Vorlesh's secrets. This knowledge could prove invaluable to our cause. We must take it.
I emerged victorious in the abyss, and eyes will be no different. The demon's reign will soon crumble.
Your spirit is astounding, Commander.
You're addressing me by the rank you deprived me of.
You are the commander of the Fifth Crusade. People would address you so even if I were to sign a decree forbidding it. Some things you just cannot take away. I have tried and failed. One of my many failures in life.
We should go.
I should like to return something to you. The Lexicon of Paradox. It may be our only key to the mysteries of the wound. One I failed to make use of. And now, onward!
Together we stand.
There you are, my lord's worst enemy and his most loyal servant. I am Anamora, one of the high priestesses of Descari. I have been waiting for the day I would see you with my own eyes. We have much to discuss. The air reeks of acid eating through stone and scrolls. You see shards of stone tablets and crystals thrown about. Just like Aurilu said, Anamora is destroying the archives to prevent you from getting to them. Fortunately, it looks like she's just started and has not had time to damage the library too badly. What a striking specimen of the Dark Elf race! The ulcers on her body are serving as a habitat for parasitic insects. Girl, I'm going to need a drop of fluid from your wounds, and some samples of your hair, and ideally a nasopharyngeal swab. My flesh belongs to the great Descari. I won't let you take a single hair. Rather, I will take your flesh, all of it, down to the very last bloody scrap, and feed it to the swarm. Don't you worry, Nenio, you'll get your swab. We can get you her entire nose and throat if you want. That would be optimal. It's a good thing I found myself some useful assistance. I've met your acolytes, the elves from Kyonin who ended up in your cult. Ah, those sweet fools. It was so amusing to deceive them and slowly deprave them, setting them on the path of the swarm. When they realized how far they'd gone, it was too late. All those fierce champions of justice, vigilantes, paragons, all were now nothing but frightened orphans and common criminals, and none had the nerve to refuse when they pledged their fealty to me. None, except for that blasted Kalesa. I don't serve Tuscari. A naive mistake. All serve our lord without exception. Sooner or later everyone is destined to become food for his swarm. Baddies really do have a way with words sometimes. But you and me can't just be like, what if we just chomp our way through that swarm ourselves, huh? Because 1, we're not baddies, and 2, there's no way we're eating a yucky thing like that. So we're not going to say it, even if we don't mean it. What are you doing here? I've been waiting here to reveal to you the truth about our Lord, the one whose designs you've been fulfilling from the start without realizing it. If only you knew, demon worshipper, how many times I've heard that phrase over these 100 years of the Crusades. This is the demon's favorite lie, I take it. Or is it that Tuscari simply cannot be bothered to come up with a new one? What is there to talk about? Our Lord's wisdom and his generosity, the fate that awaits this world, and your part in this sacrament. And what do you suppose is my part in all this? Tuscari has many servants, and not all of them realize whom they serve. Some possess no mind at all. Others are capable of thought, but cannot comprehend their mission. This whole war, its every detail, everything is a part of his shrewd plan. You're bringing the last of the Crusader army, and to where? To a slaughter. The last battle approaches, a grand slaughter in which you and your soldiers will feed the swarm. The Crusaders and the World Wound will become one. Enough of this blathering. You're right, it's time for the feast. All things will fall under thousands of bites.
Cover me, all right?
Getcha. I need the truth, my queen. The way you sent me into the abyss raises some questions.
I've been expecting this. This is no time or place for confessions. On the other hand, any fight on the streets of this cursed city could be the last for either one of us. It is better that I open my heart now than later regret not saying what I should have. I have seen many more years than any human is supposed to. I have lived through one lifetime, then another. And all this time, I have been more of a symbol than a living person. 2 words, duty and destiny, fused with my blood, serving as my spine and bones. I forgot how to think outside these notions. You awakened the first human emotions I had felt in a long time, and those emotions were fear and jealousy. Yes, fear of the unknown and jealousy of one who robbed me of my status as the living symbol of the Crusades. I admit it. I do. And I ask for your forgiveness. I sent you into the abyss because I could not fully understand what you were and what to do with you. I hoped that you truly were our salvation, and I was painfully frightened of that being true. That is all I can say.
Apology accepted.
I am glad. Really.
How did the crusade fare in my absence?
Not badly enough to be called a disaster, but not well enough to offer hope. It is as if everything simply shuddered to a halt. So I decided to try to move the sleeping avalanche by bringing my forces here.
Why have you come to Eyes, and what is it you're trying to accomplish?
This was a desperate push. A desperate attempt to try to change something in this everlasting war. I would not say it was completely aimless. My arcane specialists have long since theorized that fully resolving the matter of the wound would only be possible in its very heart. But we had never come close enough to Eyes or Threshold to study them thoroughly. That is why I am here, a mad old queen on her last crusade.
It was a brilliant decision that allowed me to gather invaluable data. You should have seen the samples I collected in this city. Naturally, there were some casualties, but what can you do? No progress without sacrifice.
Don't blame yourself, Your Majesty. You're not mad. You're a smart woman no matter how you look at it. Turning down such an opportunity, now that would have been foolish.
I have to go.
Here is where we must part. I shall catch my breath and begin gathering my people. All that's left of my army.
Erebeth? Alright, what else is there here? Key crystal.
is restless. I wonder why.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Glass key. Explosive fervor. Whenever the wielder of this +5 holy flaming burst light crossbow hits an enemy, all enemies in a 5-foot radius suffer 3d6 holy damage. Successful reflex saving throw DC 30 halves the damage. In addition, swarms cannot make a reflex save against this effect and always suffer full damage.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I can handle it.
Is this where they went? Awesome, it's still there. Smoke rises above the Crusader camp. The ground is strewn with the bodies of knights and the hulking masses of monsters. Ah, Commander, it's a good thing you warned us. See, we've defended the banner. We did not disgrace the Crusades. We paid a high price for this victory. Was there any doubt that we'd win? None, Commander. The foul wind of the wastes pulls at the sword of valor. Your banner, the symbol of your triumphs and your might, is back in your hands. You can feel your strength returning. You now know for certain no one will ever take your banner from you again. Awesome.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Can't make the demons wait.
Quicken Meta Magic Rod. She have greater quicken, extend, lesser maximize, greater reach. That's lesser extend. Maybe I'll give that to her.
Beautiful.
What's in here?
This is my kind of work.
got this.
Another one of those things.
Prepare yourself. Surrender or else.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Desna, guide my hand.
Damn you!
Alright, who's got negative levels?
This is my kind of work.
inheritor, guide my blade.
Alright, we're only gonna catch that guy if we switch to real time. Angling Frenzy. This belt of physical perfection +4 grants its wearer DR3 and additional 4d6 slashing damage on every critical hit while the wearer is raging, including demonic rage. Not all that useful.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Here we go.
This is my kind of work.
I can handle it.
Anywhere else to go down here? Doesn't look like it.
Your peace.
God fucking damn it. Well, this sucks. I have a feeling this is gonna be a long dungeon.
Don't mind me.
You're a good person. I like you. Yes? This war must end.
Axe, yes. Esmo, 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 Axe, yes.
No time for debates.
No glory without risk!
I will resist!
ratio.
God damn it.
The Inheritor, guide my blade! The light, take you!
You have the power to heal and the power to maim. Don't you regret that your goddess made you a killer?
I only regret that the goddess didn't grant me the power to silence unwanted noises.
Yeah.
We'll win this, one way or the other.
Yeah, this is gonna be a really long one.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
There's more? Of course. God, I fucking hate those things.
Something wrong? This is my kind of work.
Another midnight bolt.
Let's see what we can do.
I will fight.
Damn it.
Killing is what I was made for.
I got this.
Into the fray! On it, team! Go! On it, team! Go!
Desna, guide my hand.
On it, team. Go!
The light take you! Just sit here.
Wow, really?
Don't worry about me. On it, team! Go!
Make your peace.
I think I'm gonna leave it there for now and come back to this later. Yeah, so thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you all again some other time.